Hey everybody, I've been getting a lot of messages of people asking me about taming different tricks and really does it work, or can you really calm these guys down from being aggressive or squirmy. And you absolutely can. I did one video about a hand technique, somebody asked me to make another one, so that's what I'm doing. One of the newer things is being used across in zoos and different places in rehabilitation centers, or people doing research on them, is using the new technique, it's called like targeting. It's basically to let the animal know, okay, it's feeding time, and that's when they're, it lets them know, alright, it's time to eat. You can be a little bit more aggressive, but after that, you don't eat. Different places are using a target where they bring out this target to indicate that, okay, it's food time, because basically whenever you handle him, he sees your hand. If you feed him with your hands, he doesn't really know the difference. Basically, that's what they're trying to get across. So they're trying to just bring it apart a little bit different. Most monitors you really should feed either in a separate cage, or you have to clean the cage a lot because they're messy eaters. So if you do feed them in the cage, a lot of people use something like this. A 10-inch tong or 12-inch tong or whatever and whatnot. Definitely a good product. I mean, I think they're like $10 for a nice one at the store, and definitely worth the $10. You keep your fingers intact because they're very aggressive normally when they eat. Also, you may not know, is it works great as a targeting type taming tool, because they see this tong and they associate it with food. Basically, that's what targeting is. They use sometimes some kind of object to let them know it's food time. So if they see this tong, normally they know, okay, I'm being fed. Instead of you taking your hand in and out all the time, they don't know the difference. That's a good taming technique. Also, different ways you can do is you can wash your hands with a certain kind of soap every time you go to feed them. So normally when you handle them, they smell you to an extent, and you wash your hands afterward. If you go to feeding time and you wash your hands with, say, a Dial soap, and you scrub them clean, there's going to be that slight scent to your hands, and it's another way they can get used to, as far as, alright, it's feeding time, it's time to eat. As you can tell, my monitor is, she's over there right now. She's kind of sleeping. So I'm gonna feed her favorite snack here. She loves eggs. It's by far her favorite food. She goes nuts, and I've been trying to slowly weaning her onto eating more of the shell. I'm gonna be taking a contest right now for building a regular cage, since it's kind of a pain to keep lifting and whatnot. But you'll see as soon as I stick some food in there, she'll know. Alright, I got my tongs. I just kind of show her, see if she lightens up here. I always feed her with the tongs. See if she gets a scent of it. She might get up here, say, oh, it's time to eat. Yep, see? She's using the tongs. Now, not the smartest thing to do if you have an aggressive monitor, but I can stick my hand in there, and she knows. Oh, that's not food. She's used to these tongs. If I stuck the tongs in there, she may go after my hand because the tongs are there, but other than that, she's pretty good. And take the tong. And immediately she's used to, alright, use the food. She's normally very tame anyway, but I'm going to the extremes where I don't want her to bite me. So again, I don't have my tongue, I have just my hand. I stick my hand in there. And she doesn't really, she smells it, but she's not gonna go after it. She's used to food. She's used to being fed with the tongs. So again, trying to get her out so you guys can see a little bit more of her. Try to bring her in the light for you. You want to, like, after they eat, can leave them alone for a little while, let them digest. I mean, they're gonna be, you know, like anybody. You just ate, you stuffed yourself. They can eat a lot. It's one of the reasons why they're not good beginner reptiles, because they need big enclosure and they eat a lot. I've actually was looking into some stuff off a website. It's for like freeze-dried meat or something. You add water and they expands to you don't have to freeze it, which is good. No, it's non-refrigerated meat for them. It's kind of newer as far as I've seen. If anyone has any you know, information or reviews on it, I'd like it, because I'm actually debating on getting it. And they also now have the Zoom Med cans food. So if you're thinking about getting a large meat-eating lizard, like a monitor, yeah, it's a good way to go, because you can get it at just about any pet store. Make it work for it. Another thing is, if you give your monitor live food, it can damage the monitor. Like if you put a live feeder mouse in there, they can scratch the monitor and they can get hurt, and it's also extremely messy. As you can see, is, you know, just eating the egg. She's got egg there, but she's normally really good. She'll clean up all the scraps, no problem. So you don't want to feed them really live food. Feeder mice are great, but get the pre-killed ones. Crickets are good because she'll chase them around. I actually gave her a nice bath yesterday. She was having some problems shedding, and today it looks like she got most of it off. So can't go wrong with that. She's also right now going through by far her largest growth spurt, and again, because she's increasing in size, I don't want her to get overconfident with my fingers. Again, I just really got to keep her, you know, taming, and, you know, got to keep doing those little drills every day. Is the big difference. As long as you do a little bit every day, normally you don't have a problem. Especially savanna monitors, they're very easy to do. Not all monitors are very easy to tame, and not everyone is different. They're highly intelligent, so no matter what you do, just be careful. Anybody else have any questions, comments? I'm going to try to do another also taming video, a little bit more in depth with targets, because that's the newest big thing going on right now, and I've been getting a lot of questions about it. So, alright, thanks for watching.